Yo, Silver and Black Nation. Things are heating up in Vegas, and I've got 4 massive updates that'll keep you glued to your screen. We've got game-changing moves, locker room drama, and a signing no one saw coming. Are the Raiders ready to dominate in 2025, or are they setting up for another stumble? You won't believe what's coming. So grab a seat, smash that like button, hit subscribe with notifications on, and let's dive into the news that's got everyone buzzing. Which one's gonna blow your mind? The Silver and Black faithful are losing it, and for good reason. The Raiders just inked 15 undrafted free agents for 2025, and GM John Spytek, alongside the legendary Pete Carroll, is betting big on these guys to shake up the roster. These aren't just depth pieces. They're hungry, desperate for a shot, and ready to bring the kind of fire that can carry a team to the Super Bowl. But is this a bold masterstroke or a swing and a miss? Let's break it down. Fresh off the 2025 draft, where first rounder Ashton Jeanty already looks like a star, Spytek played his cards right. He snagged names like Tank Booker, a defensive tackle from SMU, and Mello Dotson, a cornerback from Kansas. Who could turn heads? These 15 UDFAs aren't just roster fillers. They're guys who play with heart, as Spytek himself said. Post-draft, we want players who live for football, who leave it all on the field. No passion, no roster spot by August. He's building a cutthroat culture, and Carroll doubled down, hyping up rookie Jack Beck as a guy with fire in his soul, thanks to his ties to hard-nosed ex-LSU coach Ed Orgeron. Why is this a big deal? UDFAs can be hidden gems. Think Kurt Warner or Tony Romo. These underdogs bring a grit that's contagious. With a young roster and a coach like Carroll, who's a wizard with rookies, these 15 could be the spark the Raiders need to explode in 2025. Fans are split. Some are amped, posting on X that this is the new Raiders soul, while others worry they're just practice squad fodder. I see upside. These guys will have to prove themselves in training camp, especially on the defensive line and in the secondary, where depth is everything. The catch? If they don't buy into Spytek's mindset, they're gone fast. Carroll doesn't mess around. And the pressure's on for these rookies to shine in minicamp. The big question, will these UDFAs be the unlikely heroes who elevate the Raiders, or just another hyped up letdown? The answer's taking shape this offseason. And while we're freaking out over this gamble, there's an even juicier update about rookie contracts that'll leave you speechless. As we're wrapping our heads around the UDFA haul, the Raiders minicamp is in full swing, and the bombshell is that 8 of the 11 2025 draft picks have signed their rookie deals. That includes stud Ashton Jeanty, our 6th overall pick, who locked in a 4-year fully guaranteed $35.9 million contract. But it's not all smooth sailing. 3 rookies are still unsigned, and it's got the fan base buzzing. Is this a red flag or just a waiting game? Along with Jeanty, the signed group includes center Caleb Rogers, tackle Charles Grant, defensive tackles Tonka Hemingway and JJ Peegs, versatile Tommy Mellett, quarterback Cam Miller, and linebacker Cody Lindenberg. These guys are the Raiders' future, and having most of them locked in is a relief. Jeanty in particular is being hailed as the savior of our run game. The dude's a beast and fans are going wild. But the 3 holdouts, Jack Beck, Darian, Porter, and Dante Thornton, have people on edge. On X, some fans are speculating. Are they holding out for more money, or is something bigger brewing? I'm betting it's just paperwork, but the delays got folks uneasy, and there's more. A minicamp moment went viral. Ashton Jeanty finally met Jackson Powers Johnson, our starting center, who was all in on drafting the running back. During the draft, Powers Johnson was live with Max Crosby, hyping Jeanty like crazy. At their first meeting, he dropped the "I'm your center, nice to meet you." That's blowing up online. Powers Johnson, who was a top NFL center in 2024, allowing just 1 sack in 10 games and dominating in run blocking, is the anchor Jeanty needs. This duo could make our offense a ground and pound machine. What's the vibe with Jeanty and Powers Johnson teaming up? The Raiders' run game could be a force again, like the Josh Jacobs days. But without Beck, Porter, and Thornton signed, the roster's not complete. If those guys don't get on board soon, it could mess with team chemistry, especially in the passing game, where Besh and Thornton are key. Fans are stoked for Ginty, but nervous about the loose ends. And while we're piecing together the contract puzzle, a front office shakeup is stirring things up in Vegas. While we're tracking which rookies are signing or not, a behind-the-scenes move is making waves. The Raiders just hired Brian Stark as assistant general manager, a curveball that's got the silver and black nation buzzing. Stark fresh. From our rivals, the Denver Broncos, where he was director of college scouting for nearly a decade, will now work hand-in-hand with SpyTech. But what does this mean for the Raiders' future? A genius hire or just another name on the payroll? Stark's no slouch. For 13 years in Denver, he helped build competitive rosters, playing a key role in their draft process. He's got a knack for spotting college talent and already knows SpyTech and Mark Thews, our new senior VP of operations, which should make things click. He's stepping in for Champ Kelly, who bolted to the Miami Dolphins, and his job is clear: help SpyTech build a squad that doesn't just chase playoffs but strikes fear in the NFL. Fans are torn. On X, some are hyping him as the guy to find the next Max Crosby, while others are skeptical. We really hired a Bronco. The timing's no accident, coming right after the 2025 draft. New regimes often beef up the front office now, and SpyTech's assembling a powerhouse to execute his vision. Stark's role will be huge, from scouting talent to planning free agency moves. His draft track record is a plus. Think Denver's hits like Bradley Chubb and Cortland Sutton. If he can do that in Vegas, paired with SpyTech's aggression and Carroll's coaching, the Raiders could have a steady stream of young, cheap talent, key for battling in the AFC West. But it's not all rosy. The Broncos connection has some fans grumbling, worried Stark might bring a Denver vibe to the Raiders' rebellious identity. Plus, the pressure's on. If he doesn't deliver quick results like a lockdown corner or a starting linebacker in the next draft, the fan base will turn. This hires a vote of confidence in SpyTech, but also a test for the front office. And while we're sizing up Stark's impact, a bigger question's looming. Is our defense, which got wrecked in 2024, ready to bounce back? As we're processing Stark's arrival, the question keeping the silver and black nation up at night is, what's next for the Raiders' defense in 2025? After a 2024 season derailed by injuries that crushed what should have been a dominant unit, the hype's real, with Max Crosby, Christian Wilkins, and Malcolm Kuntz returning. But can this defense climb back to elite status, or will it need more time to gel? The answer lies in balancing raw star power with some glaring gaps. In 2024, injuries gutted the Raiders' defense. Crosby, Wilkins, Kuntz, and Marcus Epps missed big chunks, exposing a lack of depth. Still, defensive coordinator Patrick Graham worked miracles to keep the team in games. Now, with the starters back, the defensive line looks like a nightmare for opponents. Crosby and Wilkins are all pro caliber. Kuntz is poised to break out, and Adam Butler's stepping up. Fans are pumped, with ex-posts claiming this D-line's gonna eat QBs alive in 2025, but it's not that simple. The issues are elsewhere. At linebacker, Ellendon Roberts, a recent signing, is a solid replacement for Robert Spillane, but the other spot's a question mark. Amari Burney, Tommy Eichenberg, Cody Lindenberg, or Devin White. None scream game changer. White's past his prime, and the others are unproven. In the secondary, Jacorian Bennett is CB1, but not a true shutdown guy. Third-round rookie Darian Porter and Decamarion Richardson will see snaps, but they're green. Darnay Holmes holds down the slot, but there's no star. Safety's Jeremy Chin and Isaiah Pola-Mao could be a sneaky good duo, but can they handle aerial attacks like the Chiefs? What's the outlook? If the D-line wreaks havoc, it could cover up the linebacker and secondary weaknesses. But if teams exploit those holes like they did in 2024, the defense could struggle. Graham's a tactical genius, but even he needs reliable pieces. Fans are divided. Some say Crosby and Wilkins will carry us, while others fear without an elite CB or solid LB, we're toast. Training camp will show if this unit's ready to dominate or if SpyTech and Stark need to hunt for reinforcements. And all these changes are leading to one burning question. Silver and Black Nation, What a wild ride. 15 UDFAs hungry for glory, Genty and rookies signing big deals, Brian Stark shaking up the front office, and a defense that could be a juggernaut or a bust. But which move's the riskiest? Banking on unknown rookies? The delay with Beck and others' contracts? Or trusting the defense to rebound without major additions? And the big one, are the Raiders building a championship squad or just hyping us up for nothing? Drop your take in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe. Let's get this debate fired up.